My love of libraries began when I was very young, when I was 10 years old at my library in the Detroit Public Library System, the Parkman Branch Library on Oakland Boulevard. My children's librarians there, and I think of them as mine, were so wonderful and took such wonderful care of me, a child who really needed somebody to love them a lot. That I knew when I was 10 years old that that's what I wanted to do when I grew up, and really never swerved from that position in my life. Miss Whitehead, at the time she met me, I was only reading horse and dog books, and Miss Whitehead would come up to me and she would say, "Nancy, I have a brand new horse book. Would you like to be the first one in the library to read this book, to check this book out?" And I would say, "Oh my God, can I be that person? Yes!" And I would hold out my hand for the book, and she suckered me a gazillion times. I would hold out my hand for the book and she would say, "Oh, but wait, before I give you this book, I want you to read The Wind in the Willows instead, or Elizabeth Gouge's The Little White Horse." And little by little, because she was a Canadian, and so I was introduced to all this British literature, children's literature, through her, and kept reading all my horse and dog books. It was fabulous. Well, I've worked at 3 different library systems. The Detroit Public Library, my first job after library school, at the Tulsa City County Library, and then at the Seattle Public Library, where I left in 2004 to pursue a life of going around the country teaching and talking to libraries and librarians. So libraries have been, they are my career there. I think it's a place that when you walk into, you are the equal of anybody else, and your options are unlimited. And the librarian, and my heart is with the public library. That's what I know, and that's what I've always loved the best. And I think the public library is the place where people come not just for education, not just for finding specific facts, but they come to understand the world, whether it's fiction or nonfiction that they're reading. I think that what the very best librarians do, and I'm particularly interested in what we call reader's advisory, that is putting people together with good books to read. And I think that that's something that sadly is not being taught in many information schools or library and information schools these days. And I think that that's a great loss to the library profession. But I see the librarian as the kind of conduit in many ways through which a person's interest is going to be realized in a book or something, a video or a audio book that they're going to enjoy.